to the episode 11 Reality Podcast. I am your host, Ricky Valero. On today's episode, I'm going to be recapping a brand new adventure competition series that has hit NBC, hosted by Jeffrey Dean Morgan, called Destination X. The series follows a group of players who will travel to a country in a blacked out bus with the goal of figuring out where they are each week. This was the pilot episode of Destination X. This follows these contestants. They must tap into their own personal expertise, identify hidden clues that are disguised as artifacts, discern intentional misdirects from competitors to ultimately determine their whereabouts. Each player's strategic gameplay is tested as they eat, sleep, and travel together through Europe's most desirable locations on the Destination X bus. The players each share an unmistakable sense of wanderlust, but with a constantly shifting alliances, unexpected adversaries. They're forced to discover who they can trust and whose strengths will take them the farthest and who to send to the map room. I'll tell you what, we live in a world where they're trying to up the ante each and every time with these new reality shows. And it's like, can we navigate that? Can we see new shows work? Recently we saw with Extracted, it was kind of like Survivor, but then you had the people in headquarters. Some people didn't like it, did like it. But as we're starting to raise the bar on the shows, we're starting to find good ideas, bad ideas, and everything in between. But you gotta throw the darts at the board and hopefully something sticks. But we get the cast talking to one another on the plane ahead of landing. And then, of course, Jeffrey Dean Morgan is our host, which I think he's like the perfect guy to host this show, just because you get that vibe from him. He's a traveled guy. He's got a good personality. He's funny. He's charming. He's good on the eyes for people as well. So he says all they have to do to win is guess where they're at. Each week, they will meet at a place called Destination X. Along the way, they'll have challenges. If they win them, you get clues to figure out where you're at. The first challenge is called baggage. 50 identical suitcases, one matches to each European location. Whoever matches the right country with the suitcase will win a clue and get to pick someone who goes with them. There is a lot of their different elements of this first part of the show where we get to know people and how they're going to play this game. Mac was one of the first people that stood out to me. Her comments are, I'm here. She said, I'm here for ego reasons. Her goal is to make an alliance with the dumbest person here. She said, I have little remorse and and it's just a game for her. I love it. I love it. This is real reality TV, folks. Coming in here and understanding, I'm trying to win some money. I'm going to do what I can to win this money. And if that means backstab, if that means lie, if it means betray, or even in the instance of this, she helps Allie. Instead of collecting her own tags, she helps Allie get tags to win the first competition. Josh got 8 tags. 4 of them were right. Biggie got 6 tags. He went 6 for 6. And then Allie got 10 tags. 7 of them were correct, and she won the competition. The crazy thing about it is one of the tags she swiped, Allie swiped a tag from Rick throughout the competition, which ultimately led her to win the competition. She, of course, picked Mac to head in to get the clue. Over the next 2 days, they will head to their first Destination X. They will have to go into a room and place an X on the map of the location of where they think they are. If they get it wrong, they could be going home. They will hit the road on the Destination X bus, and this is where they will be living in, but they can't see anything outside the windows. This bus is cool as shit. It's a dark black bus, and of course the shades go down where they just block out where they can't see anything where they're at. The bus will look cool as shit. We get like a brief look at the bus, but it'd be cool if they do like a MTV Cribs bus style where we get a navigator like the inside of the bus, because it's pretty big, pretty roomy, but also very tight knit as well. Let's see here. Josh from Big Brother, not Big Brother. Yeah, Josh from Big Brother is on the show, and he decides, in my opinion, Josh Martinez, in my opinion, makes the biggest mistake of anything. It tells everybody that, hey, I was on Big Brother. I don't know why he did that. That to me was very confusing. I would have never told anybody where I was from. Jonas said he told everybody he looks like the guy from Dune. If he's talking about Timothée Chalamet, I'm calling him a liar because he looks nothing like Timothy Chalamet. Allie and Mac get to see the clue. Another really, really fun, fascinating thing about watching this is watching them put these goggles on and then they like transport into the location of this spot where they get this clue. It was really, really neat. I love the editing here. Fantastic editing. The ruins, all Volterra is where they're at. It's about 200 miles from their destination. The girls get the clue and lie about what they saw, which is quite suspicious of those on the bus. Um, I thought it was fantastic. Again, we're playing a game here, folks. We're trying to win money. Stop being so crybaby about stuff. Rick heads talk to the ladies where they share the clue with him instead. The player who puts the bus. So we find out how you get eliminated. The person that puts the place to the furthest away from the map will be getting off of the Destination X bus. The Destination bus, their first challenge is to avoid the fate. The better they perform, the more clues they get, and if they collect them all, they might have to go into the what is this room called again? Somebody called it earlier. Let's see here. Where are we at? The X room, I think it is. Is it the X room? Is it the X room? We're gonna go to the X room for now. I think somebody else says a little bit later. But whoever gets the most clues, you might not end up having to go into the room at all. So so there's 5 missing coins are hidden in the town above them. Allie and Mac are the captains, and they split into 2 teams. They send people up, only one person at a time. Mac and Biggie are heading up. The team down the well, they have to solve a riddle to release their teammate to hunt for the missing coins. Each coin they find will grant you 1 wish to send someone from the opposing team on the map to the map where they could potentially be eliminated. Biggie was the first released. Maggie released later and got the clue before Biggie. Biggie gets clue number 2. The final round was worth 3 coins. Instead of the team helping them have to figure out how to get their own, Mac and Biggie solved the Roman numerals to get inside the place to win the final one. Mac got the final 3 coins, meaning she got 4 coins to Biggie's 1. Rome, Italy is where they're at. Mac and Biggie were paying attention. They could have possibly figured that out. Instead of just playing the game, they didn't look at the surroundings around them that could have gave them context clues that they could have shared with their team to navigate whether or not what they're going to do. So, Team Biggie isn't thrilled with his ability not to get the coins because they were they were down there killing the competition, but yet he still only ended up. He could have got the first 2 clues. He was released first on both of those, and the first one he should have won easily. The map room. We figure out who's going to be sent to the map room. Mac's team picks Shane, Josh, Tia, and Biggie. She didn't send Allie as she has an alliance with her. Her team was not thrilled to see that unfold. They wanted her to send Allie. I get it. Again, Mac's decision, Mac's team, Mac's rules. She's controlling the early aspect of the game. Now, I will say this, a little early to be making power moves because you have a lot of competition left, but not mad at it. Each person has 2 minutes to put their thing on the map. The player that dropped it the farthest away was Josh. Josh was the fucking person eliminated in the first episode. My boy was bragging, I've been on reality TV before, and gets booted on the first episode. We saw a moment before he headed into the room. Rick looked at him and said, told Josh Mylan before he went into the room to put his pin down. Josh decides to expose him that he said that right in front of everyone before he left. He told him to trust their guts and don't trust Rick that he is a snake. And everyone was shocked. Everyone was kind of shook by what transpired here. And I was even too, because I didn't expect that. You saw a little moment where it's hey. But this to me blew me away. I was like, what is going on? What happened? They were in fact in Rome. Josh knew it, but he second guessed himself because of what he said to Rick. Rachel picked Milan, but was closer than Josh's pick. Shane, Ty, and Biggie all picked Rome. That was the first episode of Destination X. I really, really enjoyed this. I really, really enjoyed it. I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was different. I thought it was unique. I had a lot of fun with it. I had a lot of fun with it. I like the bus idea. I like the concept. I love again, I just really, really enjoyed this first episode. Let me know what you guys think of Destination X, the first episode. If you'll continue to watch it every week, this has definitely got an interesting cast involved. And we've already got drama starting. That's the best part, right? Drama wrapped up in this Destination style thing. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning into another episode. I will be back next week breaking down episode 2 of Destination X.